Hey guys, I think I'm live. Cool. So come on in. We're gonna do the Wet Hot American Summer today. So it was really funny because on my research today, I found more homework that I needed to do. So I did not know there was a Wet Hot American Summer movie. So the one we're reviewing right now is the Wet Hot American Summer First Day at Camp. So, yeah. I usually let people trickle in and stuff. So I probably will stop doing that, and then I will find a little more in the programming that's a little more helpful for me. I'd like to do some audience participation, but in the format that I do and stuff, because I'm just testing out new things. So I mean, if I'm not finding people to come and hang out and stuff, that's okay. Because as you know, I do my own programming anyway, so it's cool to have that dynamic. But then again, it's just a test, yeah. So cool. Let's get on with it then. So the Wet Hot American Summer First Day at Camp it's like really extremely, so a couple of cool things about it instantly is that, well, it's a Netflix original, the new material, right? So it's been 15 years. So the original material, the Wet Hot American Summer, the original, was a film in 2001 from what I see. Like I said, so I was doing my research today, and I uncovered a bunch of things I didn't know. So I'll have to go back and do that research and watch that film, which they seem to have it on Netflix as well as the behind the scenes on the new stuff. So Netflix seems to be all over this show. So what's really cool about the show is that it literally has an ensemble of people. So there's more known actors in this than I've seen in a lot of things. It's kind of like Dazed and Confused, So the original Wet Hot American Summer was made in 2001, and then all of the actors were unknowns at that time, and became known. Now they're all famous and legends and stuff. So I'm not sure who was in the original, but I can give you kind of a rundown of who's in this one. So Janine Garofalo's in it. There's also quite a strew of other people. Elizabeth Banks. So there's some new people that obviously couldn't have been in the other one. There's these kid actors. So it's a summer camp, right? So these people are so the main funny ones are mostly camp advisors now. A lot, and then obviously half the other time are going to be campers. So they have a slew of campers come in, and it's so I like a lot of really good camp films. Like Camp Nowhere is probably one of the best films that I can give as an example of a really, really good camp film. Also, Salute Your Shorts was one of my favorite shows. That was a Nickelodeon show where it was always at a camp. So you have camp advisors. Oftentimes they're going to be weird people. So that in this show, it's like they take that shit to an extreme, right? So, like I was saying earlier, some of the really, really cool things about this one is that it's TVMA because it's on Netflix. So there's a lot of cursing. There's a lot of cursing, and there's a lot of jokes that are really, really funny. That are like, so it's really funny because half the actors are really young, so because of the campers. It's really, really funny with a couple of them. So one of them's really nerdy, one of them's very outgoing, and even so, the jokes are crazy, right? So the jokes are what are they? What do you want to call that? Kind of like slapstickish. So there's various types of comedy in here. There's a lot of black comedy. There's a lot of dry humor, and so some of the jokes are like real slapstickish and over the top as well. So the show is very over the top. I'm not sure if the original movie was, but we'll see, right? I'll let you know. So this one really funny kid, the one that's he's an obnoxious little shit, right? So he he's real young, and they're just like doing shit way beyond their years, right? So this kid, they're all talking. I mean, they're all virgins, right? But some of them are acting like they're not, and some of them, well, anyways, they're still doing like the 7 Minutes in Heaven shit, and but these particular actors, this Thomas Barbuska guy he's really really funny, and I think they're letting this kid curse. His parents must be crazy, but yeah, he's a ginger, and he has been in quite a few other things that I've seen. He was in what, Hot American Summer. I'm sorry, duh. He was in The League. And he was in American Horror Story. But I don't think I saw him somewhere on just like some kid stuff too, though. Mostly television and stuff. Cool, but you'll see it if you haven't already. So the kid is hilarious. Some of the other kids in the cast are really, really funny as well. This one, you know, so this show is nuts. You'll really, really like it. So the plot is that a lot of these people are coming back. So a lot of them know each other from prior stuff. Earlier life stuff. So the first episode, let me pull it up. I always watch it in the background. The first show is just nuts. So I don't know this blonde girl, but she's really popular on I believe it's Amy Poehler. Let's see. She's an SNL person, I believe. Other big people that are in it are everyone is big in it. Lake Bell. I don't know. She is. Yeah, she's really known. So Lake Bell. What did she play? We would know her from. Oh yeah, that's where I know her from for sure. Surface. Surface was such a good show. So, but she's, I believe I know her from elsewhere as well. I think she's a good, she's a prominent film actress now. She's in this movie called A Good Old Fashioned Orgy. Sounds funny. She's been in a lot of stuff. Cool. So, some of the other people, Amy Poehler, Parks and Recreation, Mean Girls, Sisters. I don't know. Inside Out is the stuff that it's saying she's famous for. So I'm scrolling through IMDb here as well. So that one girl, so Lake Bell was in No Strings Attached. That was an Ashton Kutcher, Natalie Portman film. So that movie was really, really good. She might have been a love interest there. And I don't really know the other films. So Elizabeth Banks is in it. She's one of the main characters. So her character is so there's this. Her portion of the story is really funny. So a lot of the story just doesn't make a lot of sense at all, right? So it's just a bunch of random shit. So which is funny, right? So but so there is an undercover reporter here, so she's just fitting in with everyone else and then trying to get to know everybody, but not reveal who she is. There's no real apparent reason why she would not reveal who she is, but I guess it's to uncover something there. But yeah, you know, in one of the episodes, it did lead to some sort of investigation, but I forget what the initial pickup was, but it was really lame. So when she was pitching why she was going to do it, it was hilarious. But so she's here. She's undercover, and she's such a funny actress. And I just watched her. So I watched her on the Muppets the other day too. She was really funny on there. So Elizabeth Banks has been in everything. Pitch Perfect. She's been in everything. She's all over. So you'll know Elizabeth Banks instantly. That Thomas Robruska guy is real funny. So mostly this is a Jason Schwartzman project, I believe. So I've seen him all up and down the credits. So Jason Schwartzman is out of the Wes Anderson mold, right? So Wes Anderson's best films and most films had Jason Schwartzman in it, as well as quite a few other people, Luke Wilson and several others, Bill Murray. So, but since he's become such a famous and prominent actor, he has also been doing and producing for quite some time. He, I believe, was involved in the production here. I'm trying to check it right now, so I don't. He was also producer, executive producer in Mozart in the Jungle as well, which is a Gael Garcia Bernal show. So I think that one's on Amazon Prime, and then that one as well was. So we were talking about the Golden Globes the other day, and I believe Mozart in the Jungle was an Amazon original for the Golden Globes. Let me see. Oh, I think they won as well. Yeah, cool. So I've seen that show. It's really good as well. So these types of show, when I mean really good, I mean it's written well, right? So what is being shown may be a little more so a lot of adult content that I watch nowadays is a little more obscure than the content that, you know, let's say that I watched when I was in the earlier 20s, you know, so like Spartacus and stuff like that. A lot of things led to me watching things like that and things like this, you know, so TVMA is new, right? To get all of these adult themes and to be into them is kind of a new thing. In my earlier critiques and stuff, I was mostly involved with a lot of teen things. So the teen things now, the things that are TV 14 right now are so crazy. A lot of them should be TVMA, yeah. So I don't know if you've seen Rain, but I love Rain. But let's just say I don't think I let my 14-year-old. I would try to suggest some other shows, you know, because yeah, it's racy. Yeah. So, but you are talking about time periods. But this Mozart in the Jungle, you obviously would feel as though that's set in a not modern time, but it is. So Gael Garcia Bernal is an up-and-coming musician in his part of the world, which is, I guess, New York in that setting. But as New York is a melting pot, it adds to his eclectic sound. So I only watched a couple of episodes, but Mozart in the Jungle was really good. So back to Wet Hot American Summer and their super cast. So also Chris Pine is in it. He's kind of like a hidden character. In the camp itself, there are all of these stories and rumors and culture and life. So these people are a part of it, so they all know each other. So, you know, they all mold together very, very well. There's old flames trying to get back, you know, together. There's the competing of the two opposing camps on the same lake. There's some weirdness happening with the camp itself. And I think it has a lot to do with the finances. So a lot of these films and a lot of this way, you know, where they're losing the camp, this might be the last year of the camp type stuff. So so this camp is kind of poor and has a lot of devastation, toxic stuff, and craziness happen at it. And then the camp across the way is like they're all rich and like just like super preppy and like have everything and like. So one of the dude's girlfriends is going to the poor camp, and so that just causes a bunch of discord. Well, actually, it causes a bunch of discord for him and, you know, his people. But, you know, for us, it's a lot of fun and entertainment because, you know, we get to see that triangle type effect go on. So obviously, he's controlling and jealous, and you know, her old flame is at the broke camp. So who is played by Paul Rudd. So you all know Paul Rudd. He is Ant-Man now, and a million things before that. But so he is part of the overtopness in this one, obviously. But all of these actors are they're playing parts that are over the top. So, you know, for people that you wouldn't really see do over the top normally, which a lot of them is just toned down. So Chris Pine does do over the top. He just does it in a more heroic manner, right? Or in a more prominent lead character type over the top. So it's not too over the top. But Paul Rudd, that's his style, is way over the top. So what's really fun about this one is Bradley Cooper is dating the Amy Poehler character, and something's odd about them. They're like together, but they're not together. But anyways, it turns out Bradley Cooper is like, so he's gay. They do this really super flamboyant fucking dance scene in these gymnast suits. Him and Michael Ian Black, which my fiance saw the episode. She said they were making out or something. But so the show's hilarious. It has all hilarious people doing all sorts of hilarious shit that you may never imagine, right? So cool. Check it out. Let me know what you think.